Sonny Hostin, who works for ABC through The View and CNN, both are in legal trouble. And it couldn't have happened to any better people. Note the sarcasm. Now, with Sonny Hostin's situation, it's through her husband, who apparently is an insurance fraud. He's been accused of it, at least, in a bombshell lawsuit that's recently been filed. And obviously this is affecting her life because it is her husband. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's something that she should be used to. She does descend from slave owners, after all, and so her being involved with someone engaged in insurance fraud isn't a stretch for her. And again, someone like her deserves it because, as we know, she spends her time just being a vile, disgusting human being that, of course, Disney ABC continues to employ because they support every single nasty thing that comes out of her mouth. And again, it's a lot of slanderous and defamatory things, and I wish someone, you know, put a lawsuit against them because I'm sure they've defamed and slandered someone because that's what their show, quite frankly, is pretty much all about. Which brings me to CNN, a network that is again very known to defame and slander people, but in this particular instance, we're talking about what they did towards, of course, a veteran. And it's a trial that's currently going on, and it's a soldier by the name, I believe, Zachary Young, who they did an entire segment on, defaming him. Hell, I remember when Vice was calling soldiers in Afghanistan neo Nazis right before the whole travesty went down in Afghanistan and the failed withdrawal by the Biden administration. And again, they accused him of various defamatory things affecting his career, and so now he's looking to get money up out of him. And hopefully there's enough jurors who are pissed off at CNN, maybe not for this particular thing, but for something else. Who knows? Because we do have the moments where libtards will go after each other. Because this guy apparently he is seeking $1 billion. It's a $1 billion defamation lawsuit. And now remember they have had to pay out before. The young white kid that was facing off against that old Indian guy who was banging a drum in his face, and he was just giving him a smirk. And CNN went out of their way to defame and slander that young guy. He was able to get a lawsuit settlement out of them, and so hopefully he gets this money out of them. I mean, Fox News had to pay over the Dominion thing and rigging elections, even though we know, especially based on this last election, probably more true than not. But they had to pay out $787 million. But CNN having to pay out, especially during this time where they're hurting, in their business, MSNBC, CNN. I mean, this would be another well-deserved defeat for these people. And yeah, I hope this guy, again, I haven't really delved into the details of this situation, but again, we know how these organizations, particularly organizations like CNN, go out of their way to defame people. Hell, I feel like Trump should sue MSNBC, especially for all of the comparisons to Hitler and Stalin and Mussolini. But anyway, we'll see how this turns out for Sunny Hostin and her husband, particularly for her husband, which again does affect her. And we'll see how this lawsuit turns out for CNN. And hopefully, 2025 is the year where more and more of the mainstream media not only suffers due to poor ratings and less people paying attention to them and watching them in general, but hopefully it also shows or it begins an era where more and more people are emboldened to sue them and win. Because again, these people have made it their business to defame and slander people. And so, yeah, they most definitely would be getting what they deserve if they lose money in this situation. But especially Sunny Hostin, uh, she really deserves nothing but the worst in life based on her behavior.